After spending time with that vicious woman, the husband returned home with their son, only to find his wife's wedding ring and phone placed quietly on the table. It was only at this moment that he realized her recent coldness was no coincidence. She truly had decided to leave. What he would never know was that his wife had already experienced death once before. In her previous life, on their 7th wedding anniversary, she had boarded his flight as the captain, hoping to surprise him. But when a storm hit and she stumbled into the cockpit, she saw him embracing that vicious woman, whispering words of love while belittling her, his lawful wife. At that moment, she understood all her years of devotion meant nothing to him. Filled with bitter resentment, she was reborn into the past. Yet the very first thing she saw upon waking was how deeply that woman had infiltrated her family, even influencing her son. The boy was throwing a tantrum, demanding to skip piano lessons to attend that woman's birthday party. Before she could react, her husband walked in with that woman in tow. Their son immediately rushed to the other women, complaining that his mother wouldn't let him go. The vicious woman put on a sympathetic act, pretending to mediate while subtly showcasing her own understanding nature. This time, the wife refused to interfere between father and son. Still, she couldn't let go of her maternal love. Gently, she reminded her son that he had chosen these lessons himself and had promised to attend, rain or shine. Unexpectedly, the boy shoved her to the ground, screaming that he hated her and only liked that woman. Heartbroken, she gave up and agreed to let him go. The husband was shocked, thinking she was being unreasonable, but she simply urged them to leave. Uneasy, he suggested they all go together. She politely declined, and their son immediately dragged him and the woman out the door. Once alone, she called her former flight instructor. After all, her husband had only become a captain because of her behind-the-scenes efforts. Yet how had he repaid her? "You know nothing, you just hold me and our son back." The irony was almost too bitter to bear. The instructor was thrilled to hear she wanted to return to aviation and enrolled her in an intensive captain training program. She accepted without hesitation. In the following days, she granted every request her son made to go out with that woman. Finally, her husband sensed something was wrong and said he wanted to talk. But she dismissed his concerns, simply urging him to take their son to school. That evening, as he returned home with roses in hand and their son by his side, expecting a family dinner, he instead found his wife walking out the door, suitcase in hand. Continue this story by downloading the Kolostv app. Search for 788TS9 to watch the full series.